Today I decided to try something different, and instead of trying to catch fish from on top of the pier, I decided to get a good look at what was going on underneath the pier. And what I found was pretty incredible. So I dropped my GoPro over the side of this very popular pier, and as you can see right away, there are fish everywhere. And it's not just bait fish down here, there are also several species that we'll see which people intentionally target to catch, to eat, or just for sport as well. So a few different drops, but right away here you can see that cool looking guy with the slash over his eye. That's a gray snapper, and that's one of those that I said that folks certainly target those around here, especially as they get a little bigger. They're fantastic to eat, fun to catch, lots of different snapper varieties in the Gulf waters. You see that there are a variety of fish at different water columns and kind of in different groups, and although they all sort of look white and pretty similar, there's a whole bunch of different types of fish down here. So we got some more snapper coming across. You see a variety of bait fish on the bottom, and among those bait fish you'll also see some whiting. We'll see if we can see a clear picture of one here that we can point out. So this is from a different drop. As you can see, the watercolor is just a little bit different at that depth, and the fish are different as well. There's a variety of schooled fish here. So we have cigar minnows, we have pinfish. I really enjoy watching schooled fish. Even though they're not the biggest fish, I just find it fascinating to watch them kind of move together through the water, sort of in sync. It's pretty incredible. And I was hoping that day to catch some of the sheep's head that were on the pilings. I wasn't able to do that, but the growth on these pilings, I think on its own is pretty incredible. It's just absolutely teeming with life. And if you've ever caught a piece of something, oyster or something else that was caught on one of those pilings, you know exactly what I mean, because it's just crawling with life. So here we have the first shot of something really big that's swimming down in these waters, and it was that big old ray that's skating across the bottom there. If you caught it, he'll show back up in a minute. As you can tell, we're in slightly different waters, a little bit deeper, still a ton of life, a ton of different fish swimming around. And here comes that ray once again coming back. And I saw him from the pier later, just caught a glimpse of him as he came a little bit shallower, and he was absolutely huge. And this stripy guy right here is a remora. Local fishermen don't always like them very much, but I still think they're pretty cool to look at. So another drop, slightly different watercolor, just incredible color of the water here at this part of the Gulf. And it's really not even clear today. This is certainly murkier than it normally gets. Here we have another excellent bait fish, all schooled up. If you were out on the kayak and you needed bait and you could catch those guys, you'd be extremely happy with that. So this is a really incredible jellyfish, and it's called a pink meanie. And they have them here in the Gulf waters, and as you can tell, it has just what looks like a ton of different fish in its tentacles. And my understanding about this jellyfish is that it actually eats other jellyfish, and it's a relatively new species of jellyfish that was kind of discovered here in the Gulf not that long ago. Pretty amazing to read up on. And as you can see in the background behind it, there's just a ton of fish that are out and swimming sort of behind it, but maybe keeping their distance a little bit too. So as the camera rotates here, you see somewhat look like larger fish in the back there, and what are actually over there are a handful of big redfish, and then below them you see the fish that are kind of flat with the stripes. Those are spadefish. And here comes one of the big reds into view for us. You can see he's got some damage on his left side there. I'm sure he's seen a lot. This camera angle doesn't do justice how big these fish were, because I could see them from up above and they were just huge. So this redfish in the bottom right part of the screen is about to do something that's pretty cool, and I'm going to turn up the audio so that you can hear it. But he's going to drum a few times, and it's going to sound like thump thump. I'll let you listen. So I think that's super cool. Redfish are called red drum. The drum species have the ability to make these thumps, these drumming sounds. If you ever caught them, you'll notice that they can do that. And I had certainly never heard that happen underwater before, and I just thought that was one of the coolest things. So a redfish are just hanging out in the back, imposing figures just hanging out like a gang. Big shadows they were casting, really large fish, and super cool. They hang around, and we'll see them again and again here. One of them does come pretty close to the camera, but pretty interesting to see them just kind of hanging out, not really moving much on the bottom. And I saw folks trying to catch them over and over again that day, and they were just not having it. I hope you guys found this footage as amazing and relaxing and just super cool as I did. I'm definitely going to try to do some more of this stuff. Really blessed to be in a place with water that is this teeming with life and this clear and beautiful. So thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to check out any other videos and hit subscribe if you'd like to see more underwater content like this. And thanks a lot.